All right, everybody, we are
I'm
live
ready.
again. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. I have a special guest with us today. It's been a minute. It's actually been too long, Amirah. It's been too long. We haven't did a show in almost over a month. So I have the brother all the way from Kenya, brother Amin Grandmaster. I'm sorry,
Thank you.
Grandmaster Amirah on with us all the way from Kenya. And today's topic is 3 things that made Amirah choose modern Africa over America. 3 things. I know it's probably more than 3, but Amirah, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's been a minute here. I'm doing the show from my house. And hey you guys, I'm online. Hey, come shut this door. And so it'll be a bit noisy, I got so many kids here. Anyway, yeah, so there's a lot of things I wanted to talk about to get some things straight. But I really wanted to make this a positive video. I don't want to really talk about, I know there's a lot of things happening in the US now, but I don't want to really talk about that. I really want to talk about the positive things that are going on here in Kenya and in Africa in general.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so first of all, I wanted to say that I started my own channel. I think you may have, if you've seen it or not seen it, I don't know. I'm getting like
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
So so I started to try to, you were in Africa, so I was like, man, I had things to say, So
Yeah.
I had created what I called it a African Super Chat. And the African Super Chat used a platform, a money transfer platform in the US, so that people could send money here, and I would get it while I was talking live. And it worked good for a minute, but then all of a sudden the company just blocked the number. And no doubt that some hater somewhere came in and did some things. I called, I emailed them, and they finally responded with some dubious email about we can't tell you why we blocked your number, blah blah blah. So we had to stop that, but we're going to continue. We're not going to let that down. There's so many different money transfer systems out there. I want to try to get out there and do it, but otherwise than that, I wanted to thank the people that were giving me some positive feedback, the few of us that we are, and I wanted to talk about that, because some of the people that see the video and I'm saying, okay, you can send money like this and like that, but actually you can't. And so I just want to say that we're going to continue with it. I'm going to put up another money transfer point, and then we'll continue with some information, because there was a need for direct information coming from here. And like a lot of times my opinions are a bit different and decisive, diverse, because of so much propaganda that's out there, and it seems like there's like 50% plus more propaganda than there is truth of what's going on here in the continent. And that's why I wanted to talk about the things that made me stay in Africa. When I came in 1996, and I was just going to come for a 3-month visit, but I ended up delaying my stay, delaying going back home, and then after that I had to stay for a year, and then after that I just continued, because there was just this great connection, and it just did. I had to sit down with myself and say, look, because this was like a life change and lifestyle change. And then because you have your mindset on the things you want to do in your life, and all of those are been brought to us, in the U.S. So me like everybody else, I thought about being rich and having a nice car and big house, and although I had achieved those things when I was in the U.S. before, and found that the material thing wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, uh, when I decided to stay in Africa, it had to be a whole nother lifestyle. It had to come with a whole new set of life goals. And you know, you just come here and you don't realize that a lot of our thinking has been so impressed in us based off the US that we don't think about what kind of life would I have in Africa. So I had to really sit down with myself and say, okay, now I'm not gonna get the new car. I wanted to get that Cadillac, and be rolling down the street in the streets of LA, but that's not gonna happen. I had already bought a house, and I was already deterred from that thing because nobody wanted to visit me. Not my family, not my friends. I had a nice, beautiful 3-bedroom house with 2-car garage and a back house and an avocado tree in the back. It was beautiful, and I thought that was gonna be like the new family home where all my family members.
What part of LA did you have this house?
Pasadena.
Amenkrahh. What part of LA did you have this home? Pasadena. Okay. Okay.
It was in Pasadena, and so that thing it really affected me because I wasn't really. I never really thought that the family people would be jealous, to the point where they would refuse to even come visit you, and I came to see that was the obvious case. Even my best friend, he just stopped talking to me. I'm asking myself why, and then years later, I come to realize that this happened at the same time I bought the house. And in fact, here we are, best friends, and he only came one time to my house. And I moved to Pasadena to be closer to him. So, yeah, but the material things and the ideas that we have based in the U.S., they have to change when you come into Africa. Well, they don't have to change, but you see, you won't get the same response. You know how it is when you got a new car, because I new car and you're driving down the street, you go, oh, where can I go with my new car? Oh, I gotta go to my friend's house, let them see me. There's a few chicks that that didn't, that I need to impress. I gotta drive around where they are so they can happen to see me. This is LA lifestyle. I know it's not the same in New York. Yeah. So, but all of these ideas and things that you have, they have to, they have to change when you get here. You come to see the reality of it. And what is the you go back to the basics when you talk about what my new lifestyle is going to be. And when you go back to the basics, you inevitably fall into family.
Right.
Get you a good woman. Yeah, get you a good woman, and then have some kids, and then raise them. And I'm like, okay, I already had kids. I had a couple of relationships that failed, and you think about that. But you see, in Africa, everything is based off family. It's deteriorating in the U.S., but in Africa, everything is based off family, and I really like that. I really like, I got a woman or a girlfriend, and then I go to where she's around her family. I see them interacting, and I'm like, man, I wanted that for myself. And then also, because I had failed relationships in the U.S. I was determined to get what they was taken from me, and I was, because of Africa the way it is, I could make mistakes and failure, because I take responsibility for every relationship that failed myself as a man. But Africa is in such a way where it's like that's a process. You fail, you're going to get back and do it again. You fail, you're going to be back again. And here, which is not really seen a lot, is that Africans go through the same thing we do. I got family and friends here that had relationships, and then the relationship failed. Kids, the wife, the guy breaks up with the woman, then gets another woman, and then starts having a family. You know, I'm like, wow. And you know, they don't even want to talk about the failed relationship. You know, that's the thing about Africans here in Kenya. I don't know. I'm not really privy to people's personal lives in the other countries that I visited, but here I see that the African would have a failed relationship. It would be something like taboo to talk about. You know, they wouldn't even discuss it. But they would now repeat and try again and get another relationship. So that's what ended up happening with me. And then I was so lucky when I got into a relationship with a decent, good woman that was going to stay, and we have kids. I see the benefit of it now more than ever. You know, watching my kids grow up.
Hold
and then,
on, real quick,
things
Amaral,
like
real quick.
that.
Let me just make. Let me make an announcement real quick. Give me 1 second. Everybody who is super chatting, hold on 1 second. Let me. God dang. Give me 1 second, family. Everybody who's super chatted, if you, man, where the cards go? Please forgive me, guys. Everybody who is super chat, I will send you a postcard. I'm just trying to find where I put the damn postcards at. I got them in here somewhere. Hold on. Let me go through. Here we go. When you super chat, email me your address, and I will send you a postcard. Again, send me an email, uhuru@searchforuhuru.com. I'll put in the chat room, and I will send you a postcard for super chatting. All right, thank you. All right, go ahead, Amaral.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about the three things that made me stay in Africa, and I wanted to start from 3, then go to 2, then go to 1, if that's okay. So yeah, so number 3,
the ball is yours.
Number 3, the third thing that really made me stay in Africa was the opportunities. The opportunities for business and creating ideas are just wide open. And even today, I was called yesterday. I just got a strange number on my phone. Hello, who's this? And then it was like a lady. She was saying, you know, I have a school, primary school here, and we're having problems with the computers, blah, blah, blah. And can you come and help? Because I heard that you're really good at computers. And I was like, okay, you know. So today she called me. I took a border bike and went to her school. And I was surprised. It's a big school, private school, and then they had just got a new computer. And they were like, "Dad, what do we do now?" You know. And I was like, you know, from the very beginning, they didn't know. And I asked them, how long have you had the school has been here? And they told me 8 years. And I was like, wow, you know, this is you guys been around for a long time, and you have not. This is when you first get a computer. She was like, we know we were forced to, because everybody is getting computerized, and you know, these other things are there, NIMS and all this. And so I ended up you know, giving them some special education videos and things like that. These are very hard to find. You know, and it's wide open. And she's saying that her competitors are forcing them to move up. So there are other schools around her that are also vying for the children in the area to, you know, to be educated. So these businesses are there, and I'm saying the opportunities are many, you know. And I'm in Mombasa, and I'm not even in the major capital city. So the opportunities are boundless. I don't think I'll ever have to worry about being employed, or finding work, you know. And I really don't have to worry. You know, so because there's so much work, you know, so many opportunities, so many directions that you can go, and that's what really keeps going. So you know, when I first got here, I started to do business with my love. My love was martial arts. And I said, I had a goal, like, I'm gonna make money and make a living in Africa doing the thing that I love to do, which is martial arts. And so I grew my martial art business into like 3 to 4 different streams of income. You know, and then taught other students, made them black belts, and then put them in schools, and then helped run those schools. So I had 29. The maximum really was all I could really control was 29 clubs at the time. And you know, I did that for 10 years straight. you know. So I got tired, you know. So and those streams of income are still there today. There's somebody else in charge of the Kenya Kimpo Federation. Somebody else is in charge of ASKL, but I still have business ties and I still make money off of those streams of income. So number 3 is opportunities. Definitely, if you come to Africa and you got some sort of mind for working, not working for someone, but just like looking at an
Right.
opportunity, putting money into that
Hey,
opportunity.
I was gonna say, Amarah, can you? Because I continue to get questions. Dynas, how do I get a job in Africa? Where do I look for a job? How do I get a job? You know, can you explain now that mentality might be the wrong mentality for Africa if you're looking for a job versus creating jobs?
Yeah, you know, I get the same thing because you get brothers that are there, but see, the brothers that are job minded, they're never going to really come unless they're just totally frustrated from the job. Then they expect it. But you see, now that brother is used to having somebody telling him what to do. So I realize that that person that wants to come and get a job, what he's lacking is partnership. And you know, we as black people, I'm trying to tell you, black men don't come to Africa and like, okay, form groups and then all go at the same time. No. Most of the black people that come here, most brothers come here, they come here on their own. They put their own money together, they do their own thing, they get here, they go their own way. You see, and they like that independence. I see this time and time again. Even if they come in groups, they break away from the group and go run around on their own to see things on their own. They're not interested in, you know, forming a pack like the Asian or the Indian people do here. We are basically like independent. So you won't get that. But the brother that's talking about job, if he can come with someone else or 2 or 3 guys, and then they form some sort of a business together, he would get the same safety net that he would as if he was having an employer just give him money while he do a job. Now, a lot of the jobs in the U.S., people, I know they don't want to really say, but a lot of times, I don't know, maybe it might be different now. But back when I was in the States, a lot of the jobs, they had a lot of free time. You know, you find ways that you could just be, you know, do something else other than the job while you're being paid to do the job.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, true.
Yeah, so you know, you got that span of time. In America, you know, there's a ways that America subsidizes us, make these jobs. Then you know, half the time you're not even working. But in Africa, it's not like that. Because Africans are hustlers. You know what I'm saying? They 24 hours. I work 12 hours a day. 12. Yeah, I can be working 12. No problem. I could do that. I'm standing on my head today. You know, and you know, you just work. Is always there. So a brother that comes here thinks he's gonna get a cushy job where he get that space of time where he can just kick it and hang out and go for 2-hour lunches. Nothing like that's gonna be the case, Bonner, because Africa is pushing and there's a lot of competition. So why would they hire you to come and relax when they got a brother here that won't even take a lunch, won't take a lunch break? So
right.
the key. Yeah, that's the key. You know, you gotta come with some other people here, preferably some brothers from the U.S. who can set you straight when they're out there together, depending on each other to make money. But as far as you gonna come here and work for a Kenyan, I work for some, and you know, they're great with me. But you see, I have to make myself invaluable. You see what I'm saying? That's my secret. I make myself invaluable. I don't sit down and wait like, okay, here's my job duties now. Let me just do them and relax, you know. No. I have to keep on finding ways that I can push the envelope, innovate, then you know, show my employer that hey, look at this. Have you seen this before? You see, so that they can keep saying, wow, this guy's good. You know, this guy's you know, I had to put together protocols that I can use to keep them depending on me. You see, and that kind of brother, you're gonna have you're gonna have a field day here if you have that type of mentality. So as far as getting the jobs, that's my take on it. No, you won't find employment like that. If you do, it's going to be at the Kenyan money. It's not going to be in the same lifestyle as you have in the U.S. That's why I say you're going to have a full lifestyle change. You see, so you have to be prepared for that. But it is worth it when you compare it to the amount of problems in the U.S. with the U.S. and the problems that it is today. You know, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people don't know what's going on internationally at this very moment.
Hold on one second, everybody. We have 162 people watching, only 56 likes. Let's hit this like button. Please hit the like button as you come in. I'm gonna go over the list of problems. You know, we've done this before. You know, police, incarceration, racism.
Yeah, you know, let's
you
take
know, just go over the list. And Amara, and please, now I'm I was gonna say too, because you're an elder. You know, obviously the same shit that's going on now was going on before you left over 20 years ago. And I'm pretty sure if we could predict, they're going to still go on no matter what. Can you expand on that as well?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you for that recognition as being an elder. I've been doing this for over 40 something years, by the way. So let's take the police for instance. The militarization of the regular police is something that everybody's starting to see. Long gone are the days where the policeman just come out with a simple uniform. Today he got body armor. He's running around with M16s. He's got access to tanks. All kind of weapon has been given to the normal police. They're using special tactics now, technical tactics to to fight crime, as they say. They got video surveillance equipment now that it can take a actual live footage of a street, and if you just walking like you normally would walk up and down, people walking up and down the street normally, the video just keeps on going. But if somebody suddenly runs across the street, the video picks up on that different type of movement and then alerts the officials to come look at this camera. This is something that's not right here. And so this kind of the militarization of the police in the major cities in the U.S. is another trend that we have to look at. And like I said the other time, the U.S. in prison system, we're imprisoning. The prison rate is going up, and yet the crime rate is going down. Let me repeat that. The rate of incarceration of our people is going up, but the rate of crime is going down. Now, please just think about that for a minute. Just for a minute. Come away from your propagandized mind and think about that. If the imprisonment rate is going up, yet the crime rate is down and staying low, what does that mean? It means that they're arresting innocent people. Think about it. If the crime rate is low, but they got an increase of people getting arrested, and you know these people that are being arrested are not talking. Black people, we are embarrassed. I know y'all got skeletons in the closet. We're embarrassed that we got picked up by the police. Oh my God, let me not call nobody. Let me just try to work it out on my own. No. It don't hit the social media. It don't hit like, hey, what happened to Frank? I ain't seen him in weeks. I don't know. He disappeared, you know. And then you see Frank 5 years later walking down the street. Wait, Frank, where you been? Oh man, I've been out of town.
I got a homie that got locked up over child support.
Yeah. Okay, it's not child support. He's getting locked up on. It's a failure to appear.
But still.
Yeah, because the Constitution of the United States. Constitution of the United States says that you cannot be arrested over a debt. You see, you can't criminalize debt. So that is they make you go to court then say, oh, okay, you going to appear? Yeah, I'm going to appear. Okay, fine. Then when you don't appear, or they say, are you going to pay? And then you say like a fool, yeah, I'm going to pay. And now they got you. You know, contempt of court. And so they can arrest you like that, but they can't arrest you because you owe money. because you can't arrest somebody for over debt. But you know, America do anything. As people, they can do anything they want. So there's a lot of people that was doing that, talking about that, but then they stopped. Like that brother from what's his name?
Cool.
The big brother. What's his name? He was on the
Cool.
show, the Advice Show.
Oh, Phil.
The guy for the Advice Show, huh?
Phil.
Yeah, he used to talk about. He got his start talking about. We can beat the courts. We got to do like that. Child support. You can beat it. he left that thing. He left that thing because that's a lot of money, you know, that they're making. So, and it's really keeping brothers down. Seriously, even discuss. But it's things like that, you know. I don't want to really get into that today because you don't have that so much in Africa. And I know there's a lot of brothers that can't get out of that type of. And then there's other also debt that they can't get out of, and they will say, if I come to Africa, these people gonna come and get me because, you know, I have debt. And so, you know, we have to, you know, expect that a lot of brothers are going to be trapped there, based on the fact that the family has been broken up because of money, and they can't come to Africa because of lack of money. Hey, you guys go outside, move, because you're just gonna start talking. So, come here, Amina. So yeah, that's come look at it because I know you're looking at this. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay,
Hello.
this is my second born. She keep looking at the camera. Okay, you've been on TV now. Come on, let's go back. Go to your room. They in my bedroom. I don't know why. So, yeah. You know, that's a major problem. Debt, and the problem that, and I didn't want to get on this part, but anyway, the debt is seriously going to get worse. And
but the thing is, but if you don't pay your debt, they could snatch your U.S. passport, or you can't even return to the country.
They can take your passport for reasons. You know what I mean? That it ain't like what you think. They can take your passport for many different reasons. So if you're gonna follow the idea, you know, then you're gonna be saying I'm gonna be staying in the United States. Like you say, people ask, can I get a? If you're gonna live in Africa and you're gonna make your home in Africa, what's the point of the dual citizenship? Really, it's just like you're not made up your mind, or you think that Africa might fall to the U.S. It's nothing like that. The U.S. is the one that's going to fall, not Africa. So America is going to do a lot of things. There, you know, if you don't know that if you're rich and you move to Africa, the tax man going to take 75% of your wealth. They will not let you take your wealth out of the country.
Now, from what I understand, it's not 75%, but they can still tax you. But that what they're doing now, they're making it damn near impossible to renounce your American citizenship.
Yeah, they've gone up on the price of denouncing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, these people that want to say things like, "Oh, I mean, you don't have a passport, you can't go back to America," blah blah blah. I've been here 22 years, man. It's not a matter of that. You know what I mean? I can't make you understand that. You're gonna take it and drag it all through the mud and I'm in Rahh, you blah. You see, but you be focusing on me, and you're not focusing on what's really happening. Because when the shit hit the fan, who gonna be the one that's be like caring about passport or not? You know what I mean? So I long since again said that I wasn't gonna go back to America because all my family is dead. You know, I'm the last born in my generation. So where am I gonna go back to? You know, personally, you know. And the other issue of people saying, because the other show, I know we talked about that when I was on the show, and they were saying, okay, I mean, you don't have a passport or you're illegal in Africa. And I'm telling you, it's not the same here. Okay? Last time I think we talked, I told them I'm in the process So I'm already still in the process. I just got my stamp from the area. You know, let me just say it like this. I had to see the area elder. My son here, but he already knew me because I've been in this area for like over 10 years. So I went to then from there I went to the chief of the area. The chief stamped the letter. Now I take this letter to immigration. I was supposed to go last week, but I delayed as I usually do.
Yeah. So you take the letter to immigration, and immigration gives you your passport.
No, they don't give me no passport. They'll give me a card saying that I can stay and get whatever issues with my passport fixed. And the issues with my passport is caused by Kenyan government. So my issue is a bit tricky. So that's all it is. It's not a matter of that. It's that I just haven't gone because ain't nobody looking at, you know, I get pulled up by the police. I tell them what happened. They let me go. It's not like a big issue. I can have proper paperwork. At times, I can put on police, and the police still say, "Man, okay, give me 400 or 500 shillings."
Hold on. Stop the show. Eric Tingle, listen, man. All right. The reason why I terminated that show, I'm tired of you guys trolling me, is because your guy wasn't given any information. Once the formula is done and he's willing to articulate how he came up with the formula, what it does, actually have people who tested the formula and his claim, you know, as far as what his formula is able, how it functions and what it's able to accomplish, then he can come on the show. Outside of that, ttop trolling me. All right, go ahead, Amara. That's totally something different.
Yeah, so anyway, that's the case on my end. I know that when I talk about something other than something important, but you guys gonna keep on doing that. You know, we'll see what happens at the end of the day.
Hold on, Amara. Hold on. Stop the show. Eric Tingle is show improve. Okay, show improve. That's it. That's all. Show improve. All right, go ahead, Amara.
So yeah. Anyway, so since you were talking about that, we should. I wanted to point out that we should not be talking about things like that are not helping us. We should be talking about wealth and how to gain it. You see, because what we have, you see, the game on us called "Who's Got the Wealth," and they've been keeping the wealth from us for 400 years. Leave about racism, leave about slavery, leave about Africa, leave about America. The white man in the U.S. has kept the wealth from us, kept us from getting wealth. And Dr. Anderson calls it racism. Racism is not about color. It's about keeping the wealth out of black people's hands. All are dependent on this same issue of them keeping the wealth from us. And so you see all of these child support, all of these other, you know, no jobs. And you see how problems with the police, can't get legal advice and help. All of this is because the wealth has been sucked from us in the U.S. And they're not going to stop playing this game. They're going to keep on playing the game. Who got the wealth? The wealth has been coming from us so badly we don't even have communities because our top from us by racist people. Racist meaning people that are playing this game of who got the wealth. You see what I'm saying? And they're laughing at us. Mm-hmm. They are laughing at us. Once when, you know, guys are buck dancing, stabbing each other, their black brothers in the back and all kind of crap, you know, getting on social media, hating on the brothers. Look what they did to Bill Cosby. This is impossible. It's impossible to be successful in the United States and be happy. You see? Because they're killing us. So I like to be here in Africa, you know, with my no passport self and follow the opportunity. And I've been doing this show with Diners for like almost 2 years. This was known back then 2 years ago. I'm still here. So, you know, let the haters call the police, tell them where I live. They come knock on the door and take me. That's ideas of, that's Western mentality in the U.S. Not like here. So anyway, we need to be talking about the wealth. And I wanted to point out that there was a show I did.
Speaking of wealth, Mr. Pirate Brain wants to know, I'm glad you are doing this show because I lost a lot of my money and I want to know how to go to Africa with little money. Is that realistic, Amiral, to go to Africa with little money strategy?
Yeah, I came, I did mine without money. So I made my wealth. And I was rich in Africa, and then I went down, then I went, then I was down, and now what we're doing is okay. What's happening right now is I have a business, digital revision business doing, and we put together this program, and the program has been very successful in the trials. Let me just put it like that. It's been trials. So right now I'm putting together a sales team to now spread it out to 23,000 public schools in the United States. And like I was saying earlier, a school called me. I went down there. Even at the basic level, these schools are now digitalizing their schools to get their education on computer and tablet. They're moving away from books. The government has already said that. The government has put in billions of shillings and put out millions to all public schools. Not all of them, but many of the most of the public schools, so that they can start using tablets instead of to learn. And so the students will be more IT. This next few generations of Kenyans is going to be really more IT literate than ever before. And so this is where I have put in a program that digitalizes the information and then allows the students to even go home and use their phone, use their parents' phone to do online. And then the results of their homework is given to the teacher so that they can now monitor them even when the kids are at home. And we're also doing it in schools also, using a ticket system where the student pays a ticket, and then they, for that ticket, they go to the computer lab and use the tablets. So this thing has been very successful in trials. I'm doing from the class 3 and class 2 students doing their entire exams on tablet instead of paper. This is something that's unheard of in Kenya, and we're doing it here for the first time. People that come and support me on the end of the area of developing a sales team. Now, I had created a sales team before, and I was working them on just commission, and it didn't really work out. But now I want to put it on for, they give me a number of new members, and then I give them a bonus. And so some brothers have looked into the program. You can go to www.gate.com. You can Google ccgate.com, and you can see the program. And then there's many pictures that show you what we're up to. And this is something that's right at this, that's going to be expanding. So when I get on like WhatsApp, I get on these networks, and I don't want to talk. I don't want to be talking back and forth, sharing different type of photos and videos I had nothing to do with. No, I want to talk about who is ready to make wealth in Africa. That's who I want to talk to. The haters can be there, keyboard jokers can be there. Okay, funny day. But I know what's happening at the end of the day. You got to still get back into the system, and the system is dying. All this gold, I don't know if you guys don't know what's happening. They have 57% increase in gold. That kind of is now a hoarding. And America was once got off the gold standard in 1971, and the rest of the world is trying to push get back to the gold standard, and that's going to really put America in more crisis. And who's going to feel it the most? Who's going to feel the economic pinch? It's the same. My God, we used to have big communities. You know what I'm saying? I used to be proud to drive through LA. Now nothing. See, so it's only going to get worse. It's just that if you don't live long enough, you just drop in there and you think it's like that, and it's terrible. So that's the thing about modern Africa. Modern Africa is growing 7%. Anybody who hasn't heard about the African continental free trade area that's going to be developed is going to be the largest trading area in the world. 22 countries have already ratified it. Said he's about to ratify it any day now, and It's gonna come into effect in July, and what it means is that African countries is going to drop 90% of the tariffs, 90% of the taxes between their countries. So if you're in an AU country, an African Union country, and you want to do business with another country, your goods can pass through without being taxed on these borders, because a lot of border disputes, borders that was created by the white man when he colonized us, and they got a lot of border conflicts. But the African has come together and said, we're going to drop these border things all together, and so they're going to raise their trade level to be the highest trade area in the world, 2 point something trillion dollars. So to put it in perspective, the United States does something like 60% of intercity trade, intercontinental trade between states. You know, you can drive through one state with some goods and sell them in another state. Europe is doing about 750 something percent. India is doing 50 something percent, but Africa was only doing 18% between its countries, and they realized that this is really hurting Africa, and then they're going to drop that thing. And that thing was supposed to be dropped yesterday. It was put in effect, so they got till July. Now that's when it's going to actually be started, where the countries are going to do trade. So if you've not heard about the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, and you're on the keyboard talking about amenkrahh, you don't have it, you don't blah blah. You see, you missing you missing the point seriously, my friend. It's not about me. The things in Africa is happening, whether you like it or not. And all this propaganda that we've been having has come and hold the rules. You can talk about me, but see, now they don't talk about the Chinese anymore. You know that? Notice that, Dinus? You don't hear that much shit about, the Chinese are taking over Africa. This is ignorant. Anybody that say China is taking over Africa is ignorant. Say America's military can come in anytime and take over any African country. They're ignorant. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how silly you sound. The time for that nonsense is over. What we about is there somebody that want to get together with me and formulate a business in Africa? Another business is Dinus.
Yo.
Yeah, have you heard of this thing where it's a wave? You know, you brush your hair until it becomes wavy.
Well, you have the I use it. It's for the sponge brush. It's not for waves. It's for like curls. I know that.
Yeah, my son in the U.S. has a company called 360 Wave.
Okay.
And, yeah, so he did some pictures, and I said, we call them kinozis here. So I took it to him like kinozi, and he was like, this is nice. I've seen it. He said, but he didn't know how it worked. And I was like, he said he's gonna bring one of his customers that got enough hair and see if it's possible. So my son has a lot of brush, he sells brushes and wave caps and things like that. And we're talking about doing business in Africa. And when I was talking to the to the barber here in Kenya, he's seen it, but it's not that popular. And when I showed it to other people, they were like, this is really nice. You see what I'm saying? And so here is another opportunity, business opportunity that can really people are looking for new things. And if it's coming from the US, and if it's coming from a brother, it's gonna really catch on. So I'm saying that there are many examples if you get the right mindset to think in that direction. What can work? What can I put a few $100 in and start some small business in Africa? And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So when the opens up, I want to take my martial arts business into Kinshasa, Congo. Kinshasa is the largest city after Lagos. The only problem with them is that it's a French-speaking country, but we think we can override that challenge because Swahili is spoken there. And then right across the Congo River is Brazzaville, the capital of Congo. In fact, these are two
real quick,
major cities.
Let me read these super chats. Shout out to Anthony Bolton for the super chat. He says, "Can you live in Africa if you are on disability in America fairly well?" And if Susan, email me your full address and I got you. Guys, we have 208 people watching, only 86 likes. Can we please hit that like button? If you're not super chatting, and if you're soaking up this game from amenkrahh, the least you could do is hit the like button. All right, go ahead, Amara.
Yeah, so Brazzaville is the capital of Congo. Now these are two capital cities that are just across the Congo River from each other. They're the two closest major cities after in Rome. And like I said, the population of Kinshasa is very close to Lagos. And if we start having free trade between countries, I can literally go from right into Kinshasa without having to go through all the visa process. Part of the agreement that the African free trade area is that every African country has to have a visa on arrival. So even if you fly into another country, you get your visa on arrival. That's the first step to that. That's part of that free Africa trade area that's happening. So this is what I'm talking about. So all these things are happening. While everybody else is joking, while everybody is shooting 6 bullets inside Nipsey Hussle, this is what's happening in Africa. They're serious. And it only behooves get involved.
Amara, here's another one. Amara. Well, my ancestors built America, and their bones are buried here in America. That's why I'm staying no matter what, and I'm gonna fight. And as far as the Nipsey Hussle situation, that shit. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but go ahead.
Yeah, that brother that's talking that is just saying he's afraid. You know, I fought in over 400 tournaments. I have fought thousands of people that get in the ring. I get in the ring. I don't know who my opponent is going to be, but I'm willing to fight when I get in the ring, and then I take my skills against his skills. You see what I'm saying? So I've done that. I've done that for years. I know the feeling. I know the feeling of, you know, when you're scared. I come to a top competitor I didn't know before. The guy's fighting really good, and I'm like, I have to keep my you know, confidence up in my skills. You know what I'm saying? Then we fight. It'd be good when two top champions fight. It's a beautiful fight. It's like a chess match. And then I learned how to be more confident than my opponent, and it becomes something that is personal in me. It's not my opponent, it's me. You know, the guy hits me with a back knuckle, and then I'm like, oh man, this guy can get through my defenses. No. Okay, he's gonna pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Then I come back even stronger. And that's why I was a great competitor and a successful champion for so many years. I know the mindset. So you want to talk about, I want to fight, I'm gonna do like this. You fight physically. And you're not even talking about fighting white people. And this is another thing that, you know, when they're shooting Nipsey Hussle, they're not shooting the real enemy. You see what I'm saying? That's cowardism. You know, since know what that process. If I was in the fucking US in the 1980s and I learned that all the problems that was there, and here we are 2019, and you guys are still talking about, oh, did you know that the white man did this and that? You're joking. You just want to talk about things. You don't want to get out there and take action. And this is what I'm saying. I'm taking action. So these people that talk about they're going to fight, you know, they never going to fight. And the white man don't care. He don't care if you fight. He don't care if you protest. He don't care if you march. He don't care if you do the Million Man March. He don't care if you ride in your own, burn down your own city. He don't care none of that. You understand what I'm saying? What he cares the most is that black people leave in mass. If we walk up and say, go to the airport and give him the finger, get on the plane and walk out, that's the thing that the white man can't take, because it embarrasses him internationally. It puts his focus on him, court system and the UN, and every black person that leaves is taking away money from the system. The government doesn't look at us as people. They look at us as money. So when a perfectly good 30-year-old black man walks out, that's it. You see what I'm saying? So you can't do that. But answer that guy's question, yeah, surely you can make a lot of money if you're disabled and you had a pension. If you got $900 a month, like another brother here that he went to Maui and he realized that so he said he want to come to Mombasa and check it out. Yeah, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna love it here. I'm telling you like that. I don't know what else to tell you. But if you come, you're gonna. So many people that have come and they all said the same thing. Even your Brian Cole. Remember Brian Cole? Brian Cole even came here, came see me. He said he
Yeah, I
loved
remember
it.
Brian.
You see what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
worked with it. Yeah, him and
Yeah,
his
so
wife.
I'm saying, yeah, come to Mombasa, you the best retirement place for you.
Let's see what else we got here in the chat room. So I guess you addressed the if you're on SSI or disability, can you come there and
Yeah, you can
okay,
come.
here we go. Here we go. Amara, here we come. If you're on SSI or if you have a disability, are there medical facilities there in Mombasa or in Kenya that are up to standard that can help treat you?
Yes, that's the first thing the government did when they started this new thing. They made sure that all the hospitals were top rated. So they have that. But more important than that, which many understand and don't know, is that in Africa we have what they call house girls. And these house girls, their job is just to take care of your house, take care of your children, yeah, and then take care of you. So where we possible in the U.S., there are many here that you can hire them. I'm always talking about hiring my own personal house girl, the one that can come bathe me, the one that can feed me, buy the food I want, Yeah, but they're there, and that's why you don't see old folks homes in Africa. So you should they should investigate into it. You'd be far better off here.
See what else we got here in the chat room. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Those who super chatted, make sure you send me an email so I can send you your postcard for super chatting. Let's see what else we got here in the shout out to Straight Black Love, everyone. Make sure you go to straightblacklove.com as well. Go ahead, Amara. I know you got some more you want to add. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say today, but I wanted to do another show, maybe if we could do tomorrow, because I got a new thing on my thing where I can show pictures.
No, well, I mean, I got Raw. Take your time, bro. I mean, what else you want to talk about?
I'm saying I wanted to do a show like if you could, when I'm at the lab, when I'm at the computer lab, then because I had it all set up there, it works really nice. Because I know a lot of people, they don't know about Africa, they don't see the pictures, they want to see some video and talk to Africans, and that, I had set something up for that. And so I'm hoping that tomorrow or the next day or the next time we can do the show from there, where I can actually flip over and show, talk about Africa and show, because I want to talk about the many type of small businesses that we can get into in Africa. In fact, I did a show on that, but I wanted to actually give them videos and let them see the people that I'm talking about, that they can small businesses. And because I know a lot of us, not a lot of us, but the ones that are really interested in this, that can really feel what I'm talking about, they're saying, look, I want to make a plan to go to Africa, but I don't know where to start. Start with me. I can be trusted. You can go on my Facebook account, you can see. Now the haters hate that because they feel like everybody gotta be sinister and have sinister motives at the end of the day. I've been here 22 years. You can go my Facebook. There's so many. Most of the people in my realm I know them and they know me. So you can find out about me from them. But I'm saying I'm tired of talking. I want to start doing some action. There's a lot of things that we can be doing. There's another business idea that I came up with about having a senior citizen resort in Africa. A lot of our senior citizens, as you know, Dinus, are living in these
my boy about doing
tragic ass.
My homeboy was talking about. My homeboy was talking about doing that in in Ivory Coast. But yeah, I mean the senior citizen facilities here, some of them, man, especially the ones our people in, are absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, and we don't. You 30, you 40, you 50, you don't realize that this is gonna happen. No matter what you do, you can't stop age. So this is something that we can really be getting into, and I want to do a show where we can discuss about those type of things. And people come in and give some intelligent questions on how we're going to build wealth and when we get here. And the fastest way to build wealth when we get here is for us to come together as groups. And I know that a lot of brothers are saying, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. It's okay, you can do your own thing, but at the same time, you can have this on the side where you're part of a group when you want to come. You know what I'm saying? But one last time to take a risk economically and gamble. Better than gambling on the stock market. Have you seen the stock market lately? Oh my goodness. These people putting all their money in the
Depends
stock
on
market. And
your stock. Depends what company your stock's in.
Yeah, Dr. Boyce Lydell. I mean, Dr. Boyce Lydell's on TV looking like, oh man, because he been telling everybody to invest in the stock market and shit. It's like the tank. Huh? So yeah, so Bloomingdale, I think it's Bloomingdale's. They were saying today, definitely a recession, a major recession next year. That's what came out in the news. In the news today, definitely we made it. So what that's
From what source? From where? Who said that?
I think it was Bloomberg. Go check it out. They said definitely by 2020 there will be a recession. Probably before that. So
I'm gonna look it up.
look it up. But I'm saying, even if everybody knows that's coming, you know what I'm saying? I told you, China's buying up gold, Russia's buying up gold. They're gonna kick the dollar out. They're gonna kick the standard is not gonna be the U.S. dollar. They gotta put in the truth, and it's gonna happen. Nobody's saying it's not gonna happen. Everybody says it's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen when? Okay, fine. And we see the results of already things that have happened. But at the end of the day, who's gonna be affected? It's the Negro in America that don't got a plan outside for picking up outside of America. Now, if Africa is the fastest growing continent, obviously that's where you want to go. And if you got people on the already here, I'm ready to answer any of your questions. So what's the problem? The problem is fear. That's the problem. Fear you like you don't want to wait till your feet get start getting that cold icy water on your feet on the Titanic before you say, okay, help me. No, it'll be too late by then. You know what I'm saying? And it don't hurt you now to overcome your fear and say, okay, let me ask a question because I don't know. It's okay. Don't be fearing to be a fool. Foolish people start off foolish, but when they start asking questions and they start learning, that's how they become smart. And this is the thing. And I'll say again, do it for your children. Because they suffer at the end of the day. If you're not having children, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not planning on having children, then what can we talk about? But the next generation is our responsibility. And so that's why I say, right. Yeah, if you say about your children, you got children they're young now, but one day they're gonna start growing up and be tall, and they'll be looking at you like, Daddy, what do I do? Yeah, you can be there saying, look, I got this small business I have.
Hold on.
Somebody needs to go there and run it.
Let's see. True seeker. White women. Listen, when I go to Africa, white women be traveling all over Africa backpacking by themselves. You'll be fine. I mean, white people be deep. White women be deep by themselves all over Africa. You'll be fine. The whole safety thing is not a concern when you're traveling throughout Africa. Or unless you're going to Somalia. All right, go ahead, Amenkrahh.
Yeah, okay, safe. This is nonsense. You're much more safer. Remember, America is the murder capital of the world. What's the murder capital of the world, people? It's the country you stay in. So you saying I don't see that many shooters. I'm okay. You're not okay, man. If your population rate is still the same as it was when Malcolm X was alive, then what are you talking about? If you don't have communities where it's all black, they killing people, they erasing people, and they imprisoning people. It's just that they're not gonna make sure you hear about it. They put an article the other day, a couple months back, 87,000 women missing in the United States. 87,000. That's a football game. What? Okay. Mm-hmm. You wait till I finish. I'm almost done. So that's a football stadium full of people. You know what I'm saying? And missing. Yeah. So and then a lot of times it could be somebody online that knows somebody that's missing, but then their mind just switches it off because they don't want to think. See what I'm saying? So we need seriously. The time has long since ran out. The time for talking about the Chinese. Ooh.
You there? Amenkrahh. Hello. I heard the brother say, "Ooh." Amenkrahh, you there? Can you hear me? Did you freeze up? God, I think we lost brother Amenkrahh, but we show today. We got a lot done. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and log out make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share the content, share the page. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, African Foodie Network coming soon. You guys know I'm greedy and I love to eat, so I'm starting a network just dedicated to eating. African Foodie Network coming soon. Make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you check out amenkrahh as well. The Black Man's Guide to Living in Modern Africa, I believe, is the name of his situation, his Facebook page. The Black Man's Guide to Living in Modern Africa. Maybe amenkrahh come back on, not sure. Let's give him a couple more minutes. Well, Swell, thank you for the super chat, brother. Thank you so much for the, I'm going to go to Calabar. I might go to Calabar in December for the festival. Everyone says go in December. So yeah, but everyone, thank you so much for joining. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Peace.